For day two, this was the snacks, potatoes, chicken wings, and the salad for yesterday. And then for supper, we had kunde, which are the green kales and meat. Let's come to the recipe. Today there wasn't much to show for breakfast, but now let's create the wings. So we had honey, barbecue sauce, and I had some choma sauce, so I wanted to finish it. So and then coming to the tomato ketchup, that's another ingredient. This and then butter. So these are going to be used for the paste. And these are the wings I marinated yesterday. If you didn't see the video, just go and check it out. I'll put it in the bio. So now it's time to put your wings on the air fryer once more. And if you don't have an air fryer, don't worry, you can always use an oven for this. So make sure your wings are, not on top of each other. They have their own space so that they can cook well. Don't be afraid to use ChatGPT for the air fryer. So as the chicken wings and the air fryer, I'm going to put my ingredients for the paste, and the first one I put was the choma sauce just to complete it, and then the barbecue sauce. I really don't have measurements for this. I just put depending on how much my chicken wings are, and also sometimes I usually taste so that if the taste is good, like if you feel barbecue is too much, you can always add some ketchup, and the drill continues. If you feel the honey is little, you can always add. And then finally, I added the butter. So you put on the heat and make sure, the heat is just to make sure the ingredients blend together and the paste, because you have butter has to melt first so that it can mix with the other ingredient. On the other side, you can see that I was boiling the potato wedges. So you just have to make sure they don't overcook. They just cook slightly. So for the wings, when they were ready the first round, I just removed them, and if I remember correctly, the temperature I put was 190 for 10 minutes. So once they are out, you can just put the sauce, the paste that you have created, then make sure you mix them well. After you have mixed, you can put the wings back to the air fryer. Once again, don't overlap the wings. Then when you put them back to the air fryer, you can use 180 degrees and put just 5 or 6 minutes. And this is just to make sure that the sauce doesn't evaporate. Multitasking is key when it comes to cooking. So when the potatoes were ready, I put them in cold water to stop the cooking. Then after that, I sprinkled flour, all-purpose flour on them. Then I fried them in oil. As the potatoes fried, back to the wings. So don't worry if your sauce evaporates. You can always just add the sauce on the chicken wings so that you can make them more tastier. And the wings were ready. Back to the potatoes. On another pan, I put butter, paprika, coriander, and then added the fried wedges. I mixed them together. So just make sure that the spices have mixed well with the potatoes, and the potatoes are ready. So this is what we had for snacks, because the breakfast wasn't that much. Moving to the supper for the day, I put my onions and then I put my ginger and garlic paste. So I cook, then add the meat. After I've added the meat, I season the meat. So seasoning, I had black pepper, garam masala, Royco cubes. I used 2 here. Remember, the spices always put according to the amount of meat you have. It's more meat, more spices, less meat, less spices. Add water and let it boil. As the meat boiled, I started cooking the kales, which are called kunde. So when the onions get onion brown, I put the kales, then mix together, make sure that it has blended. Then I put Royco cubes. Here I just put 2, but you can always put depending on the amount of kales you have. Didn't add salt because the kales already were tasty, but you can always add salt. Just taste and see if it's enough. So once your meat has already boiled and all the water has finished, you can come back and start cooking. So the first thing I do is put my onions and chili pepper. Then I start cooking by mixing them. Oh, don't forget oil. Just put less oil because meat already has oil. And then make sure you cook and then add your ginger and garlic paste, but you can skip that since you put in the beginning when you're boiling. Then I added my green peppers, then I mix. So I don't let the green peppers cook for long. After that, I add my tomato. I usually blend my tomatoes. Then I add some tomato paste for the color and thick stew. Mix again. Make sure the ingredients are of the same consistency with the meat. Then you add some salt. Make sure you don't put too much. At this point, you can add the broth or you can add water for some soup of the meat. Then mix and then cover it. Make sure it boils enough, not for long because the meat is already cooked. Then when you come back, you put your coriander and then your meat is ready. On the plate, we added some avocado and we served it with ugali. I don't know how to cook ugali so well, so my mom cooked it. Bye till tomorrow.